once accidental, signs of decay now come with a price tag: film grain, vinyl crackle, rust on bronze statues. What were once byproducts of time have become deliberate design choices, selling nostalgia as authenticity in an age where everything is made to order and freshly baked from the oven of simulation. Modern software packages allow anyone to add these flaws with a click. Filters mimic decades of deterioration. Apps sell you the soul of analog. The paradox is that we trust machines more than reality, not because they're accurate, but because they know exactly what we want to see. What's at stake here isn't just aesthetics. It's a redefinition of truth itself, where authenticity is no longer about age, but about algorithmic design. We don't need real history anymore, because we can manufacture it more reliably than the world ever could.
Early computers were clunky, slow, and took up whole rooms, basically just giant calculators with punch cards.
But they laid the groundwork for everything we rely on today.
We used to believe that authenticity was earned through time, a patina of wear, a scar from lived experience. Now algorithms bake it in before the image even leaves our phone screens. Every grain of film texture or retro color grade isn't just aesthetic. They're coded longings, repackaged for the attention economy. What Barth has called that has been, is now a data set of desired imperfections, optimized to feel lived in but built from nothing at all. As AI takes over the aesthetics of memories, we lose not just the past, but our ability to distinguish between what was real and what was simulated. In China's booming AI talent scene, human creativity is no longer a birthright. It's a problem to be solved by code. Postman warned that technology redefines what counts as authentic. And now his words are literal. We have machines generating art, writing essays, and even convincing us they think. Barthes, punctum. That detail which pierces the viewer, making a photograph personal and haunting, is dead. In its place, we have prompts, curated templates for emotional resonance. You don't click on a photo because it moves you. You click because the algorithm calculated your pain points and offered a pixelated fix. Nostalgia has been digitized into a commodity, not of memory, but of prediction.
More often than not, the machine tended to destroy its creator as well, prompting writer Isaac Asimov in 1947 to devise the first 3 laws of robotics.
We used to believe that imperfections told truth. A scratched record, weathered brickwork, or a faded Polaroid. But as detection tools sharpen, what once confirmed authenticity now gets copied and sold back to us. Google Veo can track an AI'd generated video's digital fingerprints, while studios use the same tech to market authentic glitches in their content. Every leak, every VHS tracking shift or AI hallucination becomes a new aesthetic marker. The past isn't just remembered, it's reprogrammed. The irony is that we now buy authenticity by paying to see the proof of it. Deepfake watermarks aren't disclaimers, they're branding. A digital scar, a glitch in the code that says, I am aware I'm not real and therefore more precious. We've reached a point where imperfection isn't born, but manufactured, sold as both flaw and feature. In this arms race, even absurdities become collectible. 6-fingered hands in AI art, buyer's claimer for them, proof of human error in a world of perfect machines. Postman's technopoly has turned nostalgia into feedback loop. Decay becomes product, then obsolescence. We are not chasing the past. We're consuming a simulation that mimics what time did naturally. The real gets erased under the weight of its own
It was probably full of harmonics and stuff, and I loved the fact that she'd recorded that and then taken the attack off it, like removed the front end of it and made it fade in. So
we used to believe that time left its mark, weathered wood, faded ink, cracks in stones. These were signs of life itself. But what happens when a machine can replicate these marks with digital precisions? Authenticity no longer requires existence. It only needs simulation. If every crack is engineered, then reality becomes optional. This commodification of imperfection reshapes how we define the real. In the age of hyperreality, as Baudrillard had warned, we no longer distinguish between what is real and what is simulated. The line dissolves because it was never there to begin with. We believe not in facts, but in stories that feel true. When everything can be faked, belief becomes performative, a product of how convincingly the simulation aligns with our expectations.